What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. I'm so excited that you guys are here. If you're new here, my name is Tay. I am a homeschooling, homemaking mama of 4. Now on this page, I am sharing all things from lifestyle things, homeschooling, homemaking, health and wellness, personal development, faith, all the amazing things that are super heavy on my heart that I want to share with you. So with that said, today we are diving into all things New Year's goals, resolutions, refreshing, reviving our spaces, and I'm going to be sharing all that with you. So let's get into it. All right, there's a lot of ground to cover today, so I'm kind of going to be all over the place, but I'm going to try and keep it as organized as I possibly can. With that said, I'm going to share a little bit of our goals as well as the goal setting process. So actually, oh my gosh, it hasn't been a few years. It's probably been like 10 years. 10 years ago, I came across a book by Chalene Johnson. I can't remember if it's called Push or like 30-Day Push or something like that, but it basically goes through and it's teaching you how to set goals and how to really like get after it. And so she has a whole system of where you set priorities and then you use your priorities as a filter for your goals of what you're trying to accomplish. So you set 10 goals and then you go through and you use your priorities as a filter to kind of decide, like, is this in line with what's important to me right now? If it's not, you get rid of it, you replace it. And if it is in line with your priorities, then it stays on your list and you move forward. Once you have your 10 goals, they're all in line with your priorities, then you go through and you select your number 1 goal. You're trying to kind of get an idea of what to go after first, but you want to reverse engineer each one of your goals. So you break them down into like micro tasks that you can complete in one day. Because once you're done with all of your goals and reverse engineering them, you'll have your like master list of tasks that you need to do to complete or achieve these goals. And you'll be able to pull 1 or 2 tasks from a few goals that you're pursuing at the same time to be able to put onto like your daily task list. And so that way each day you're taking a step further to achieving the goals. So that's kind of the quick rundown of her whole process. Over the years, I have kind of gone through and nitpicked from different people's philosophies and goal setting. You have the SMART goals as well. I really like that. I think she even talks about that in her book. Her thing that was kind of like crazy and out there that I really liked, though, I haven't been able to like fully immerse myself in it and follow through with it, but you not only write your 10 goals for what you're trying to accomplish a year from now, you're also rewriting the 10 goals every week. Now, as a family of 6, we just don't have that type of time to go through and do that. But what you'll see on my vision board in a bit is that these photos and everything that I have laid out here is for the first quarter. So Sammy and I decided that instead of having a vision board for the whole entire year, what we're going to do is have quarterly meetings where we get back together and we kind of check in with our goals and everything that we're trying to pursue. And then at the end of each quarter, towards the end of each quarter, we will go through and we will reset our boards for the quarter ahead. When we started to kind of break down our goals and we went through and just kind of wrote everything out, we realized that right now we kind of have like short visions. We have an idea of what we want to accomplish in the entire year, but right now the goals that were coming to mind are obviously going to be, the majority of the goals that came to mind were obviously going to be ones that we are wanting to accomplish right now, where our heart is set on what we want to do like come January 1. So that's what we did. We made our vision boards, we got them all set up, we're ready for Q1. And what I wanted to share with you guys today was kind of the goals that I have going on for this quarter, as well as some of the things that we've done over the last week to prepare ourselves for this. So my plan is to next week dive real deep into the conversation of the structures, systems, routines, rhythms, all of those things that we have implemented for our entire family. But for me personally, I'm going to dive into the nitty-gritty of the things that I'm implementing for myself alone. All right, here she is. The pages started to curl, and so that's why I have a ridiculous amount of these pins in here trying to hold everything down, but it just felt like it was getting chaotic and overwhelming, so I'm not going to put pins in everything. Some of them are going to lift a bit, but that's okay. I try to keep everything organized in different categories. So you've got like our date nights here, YouTube here, we've got homeschooling here, food and nutrition, cooking here. I would categorize this as hobbies. These 3 are going to be morning time. And this kind of goes in with like routines and morning quiet time. Then we've got, this is all kind of focused on fitness. And then up here we have our like budget planning, financial goals. So I'm not going to dive into like the nitty gritty of details when it comes to each of these goals and everything, but the overarching theme, my word for this year, is consistency. What I'm trying to develop, especially in this first quarter, is better habits and routines, not only for myself, but for our entire family. So that is what all of this is focused on. Even though they have their own like separate categories and everything, the premise of all of this is just really to get into a better rhythm and routine with everything that we do. YouTube specifically, I want to be able to post once a week. I'm hoping that I can get them up on Mondays every single week. I'm really holding myself to that consistency. Same thing with budgets. We went through and we put dates for when we are going to have our like budget meetings and kind of discuss plans for the month, mid-month, whatever we have going on, commission, whatever it is, we have dates for it on the calendar. Consistency. Same thing with working out. I went through and I made my entire schedule for the next 16 weeks based off of the program that I'm doing as well as my spin classes, and I just put everything on the calendar so I could be consistent. So again, an overarching theme, my word for the year, it's going to bleed into everything that I have on here. So that's the vision board. Mine's a little chaotic looking. This is really what, I mean, I packed it full. I'll show you Sammy's because his is very different, but you have room to, you know, if you're going to do a vision board, do it with how it works for you. But let me show you his, because he saw mine and he's like, this is chaotic. What are you doing? And for him, that's his organization. So everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to have a different style of how they want to do it. That's mine. We're going to get both of ours on the wall in just a bit, but let's go downstairs and check out the garage. I have my jacket from this morning still hanging on the bar, but this is the gist of our setup. Everything else is our mess that we're going to ignore, but what I wanted to share with you guys is more of the setup that I have over here. So this is the Sweat It to Shred It plan that I got from Sarah's Day. And so I have just kind of some of the prints up here. So we've got the warm up as well as the kind of breakdown of the plan. And then I believe that, yep, the calendar is back here. We've got her 10 things to remember as well as the progress page. Now I don't want my photos and everything to be on display, but I am going to keep this here. And so you take your progress pics, and then I think there's 2 more sheets like this when you get to the halfway point and then when you're completed. So I'll have that for my own keeping, and then I have the workouts that are all for week 1 are right here, so I'll just swap them out. I did this one this morning. I'm changing the schedule up a little bit so that I can also do my spin classes, so the dates won't line up, but this is what I did this morning to get started for this week, and then I've got my little inspiration mini vision board for this category of what I'm working on goal-wise. And then like I said, I've got the board over there with the calendar, and I'll check all that off. So the lighting's awful in here, so I'm having to like face the bar that we have. But in regards to fitness, this is everything that we have out here. We tried to get everything kind of in order and in line. Oh, the other thing that I was gonna say is the ice bath is over there in the corner. It's just covered right now, but my plan is to do that twice a week, about 5-6 minutes at a time, and then that should cover the like time. I'm going off of what Andrew Huberman has talked about before, so I'm going off of the time frame that I think you're supposed to have 11 minutes per week in cold plunging, and then that gives you like the allotted time that you should be having to get like health benefits. You could obviously go more, but the minimum of what you need to do is that. And with how busy our schedules are about to be, with trying to be on top of everything, that's what I'm shooting for right now. I might implement more days, but I'm going for twice a week right now. It's not actually that bad. I played water polo when I was in high school, and so the girls' water polo season is in the middle of winter, so jumping into the pool after being in brisk weather in a bathing suit first thing in the morning is not all that bad, but that's just my preference. So I'm actually excited about all this. I feel like the health benefits are there. I really love doing it. And then the sauna that you're supposed to get, technically getting more than maybe not more. I'm getting right about right around the amount that I need. Definitely breaking that threshold of like the minimum when I'm at spin, just because the heat and everything of being in those rooms gets cranked so high that it basically is a sauna in there. So all those are covered. That's kind of my plan. That's my consistency and everything, is to come out here, do my workouts twice a week, do the ice bath, and then go to my spin classes twice a week as well. So I think that's everything in regards to this. Next, I want to talk about our food and nutrition plans.
You have something to mark with?
No. You were getting it. You want me drawing a full circle, or?
If you can just get a dot straight in the middle,
that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have much in our kitchen really actually prepared for the new year and all of the goals that we have set and everything. Every once in a while I'll go through and rearrange the pantry and just take everything out and fill all the containers and kind of reorganize. We're gonna do that, as well as go through the rest of the cabinets and try and just like minimize the dishes and rearrange things so that we don't have as much of a mess all the time, because Sammy normally does the dishes, I do the laundry, and so with him doing the dishes and with a family of 6 in a kitchen that was never designed to have this many people in one house, it can be a lot. So we're trying to figure out how to do all of that. But for the time being, we got the acrylic board set up. I have been using this market list from Sugar Paper, and I will do our like meal plan and then make our grocery list. The issue with this is that if I forget to bring it home and put it on the side of the fridge, I forget what our meal plan was. So I like having this because we can plan things out, and then we can, you know, use this to decide what we need or figure out what we need for grocery shopping. But now that I have this acrylic board up, I can actually write the meal plan down before we go grocery shopping. So if this gets messy or wet or lost, it's okay because I have everything written down. So that is what we're doing for that. The other thing that I wanted to share is a few weeks ago, Sammy went to the doctor's, got blood work done, found out that he was having liver problems from some of the supplements that he was taking, or not really the supplements he was taking, but how he was taking them on an empty stomach and everything. We're trying to detox. So he ended up doing the Daniel Plan detox, and people have asked me what this is because I think a lot of people confuse this with the Daniel fast. This is a book written by Rick Warren. He worked with Dr. Amen and Dr. Hyman, and I think Dr. Oz as well. I don't think Dr. Oz had much to do with this plan though. I think he just made an appearance and whatever to help promote this. But in the end of this book, there is a 10-day detox plan, and then a 40-day Daniel Plan, like meal plan that you can do that kind of like helps you detox, cleanse, all the things. And so there's also a toxicity and symptom screening questionnaire. So Sammy went through and did that, and then that's what made us decide that he should probably do the detox. Now, he didn't see it all the way through, partially because we picked like the week of Thanksgiving, and so there was a lot going on. But with that said, what we're going to do is we're actually trying to abide by the majority of the rules that they have. We're cutting out a lot of things, which is nice because come next week, I think the 7th, our church is doing a prayer and fasting for the year for 21 days. So it's going to be a perfect opportunity for us to kind of like cut the preservatives, cut the dyes and the sugars and all of those things. So it's going to be a nice clean slate for us. And then we'll eventually kind of pivot into bringing the kids into it. We're hoping that the conversations that we have and just them understanding and getting them to try some new foods, all of that will slowly be implemented into what we're doing. But for the time being, because we have picky eaters, because we know that we've had bad habits with eating and everything, we're just trying to focus on ourselves. So I bought the Nama, yes, I think that's how you say it, the Nama juicer. And one of my goals is to actually start using that, if not daily, every other day. I want to make my ginger shots. I actually really enjoy those. I really love the pressed greens juice. We get it from Costco, and my issue is that they only sell it a certain time of year. So I stock up on it when they have it, but when it's gone, I need to figure out how to make like a dupe recipe of that, because I love those and I can drink those every single day. And that's my plan, is to figure that out so that I can make that at home and actually have it every single day. That's gonna do it for this goal specifically. Once I get the kitchen a little bit more organized, maybe I'll walk through that. But in regards to kind of just prepping, this is what I have so far. I thought that I would be a little bit further ahead in regards to like organizing and everything, but it is what it is. We're also rolling with the punches, and consistency doesn't mean that you have to break from everything just because things don't get done in the timeline that you expected. So this is where we are. This is what we're doing. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, last thing I wanted to share was my morning time basket. So the majority of this is stuff for reading the Bible, Bible studies, and all that stuff. But I also have this daily gratitude journal that I got from Sugar Paper when I went looking for some Christmas stuff. I was going to get the one from Amazon, but I ended up seeing this one and just grabbed it. Didn't know if I was gonna have time to get one from Amazon. So it's super cute, nice and simple, just like the other one. So we have this, so we're gonna do daily gratitude. And then I've got my She Reads Truth Bible here, and then I have a Hosanna Revival Bible as well that's downstairs right now. I got this from Hosanna Revival. This is a 5-year prayer journal. So each day has a page, and then you can write in the year and write in your prayer. So it's going to be nice to be able to kind of have something that I can hold on to long term and be able to reflect on the prayers that I had made, as well as go back through and mark with answered prayers, how they were answered, all that fun stuff. So we have that. And then I got a few of these resources from Daily Grace Co., where they have different types of like small Bible study, well, they call them companions. So you have this, Redeeming Your Phone Time. This is a 1-month plan. You have Fix Your Focus, a 52-week guide to help you put God first. Scripture Memory to help you put into practice different ways for memorizing scripture. Prayers for your day, and then Bible highlighting guide. I'm going to implement this. They have different systems and ways that they recommend, and this is something I've been really interested in, so we have this as well. This is a study I got from my friend Jen. Absolutely amazing. I dove into it the first week, right before December, and then we got into all of our Christmas stuff, so I need to go back through and finish it, but she goes into so much detail. It's so beautifully made. I absolutely love the way that she studies the Bible, so I'm excited to go back through this. And then I have Praying Scripture for Motherhood. Now, I'm not going to use all of these every single day throughout the year, but they're just a lot of different resources to have on hand that I've acquired over the years and want to implement more. Now, this is just my pack of pens and highlighters and everything. I got this off of Amazon, so I will put this on my storefront as well as my Like to Know It if you guys want links for that too. But I've got this, whiteout, washi tape, pens, and then all the Mr. Pen highlighters are in here as well. This is the gist of the morning basket that I have. I'll keep this up here, but then I'll probably bring this down with me in the morning because I like to just get away from the bed first thing in the morning, so that way I don't go back to sleep. And this is it. So we'll take this down with us. I would keep it downstairs, except for the fact that the kids will get into everything and pull stuff out, and the baby is in his mode right now where he's just super destructive. So we're going to keep it up here where it can be safe. But this is another thing I've kind of put together to help implement better habits when it comes to achieve my goals and grow in the areas of life that I'm working on. All right, the sun's setting. My kids are standing at the top of the stairs waiting for me to come out and eavesdropping. So I'm going to wrap this up, but this has been kind of just a walkthrough of everything and how I'm prepping to achieve my goals, sharing the whole goal setting plan and all of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your word of the year. Let me know some of the goals that you have planned. I cannot wait to hear from you guys. I cannot wait to cheer you on, and I cannot wait to go through the next year of 2024 with you guys. I love you guys. I will see you next week.